Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel or the channel. This is Will's Wisdom and More. And as always, my name is Will and welcome where I've created this channel basically. This is where I do tarot and oracle readings from the heart. They can be daily or monthly or special events. I do multiple ones. And I wanted to thank you for coming here and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I really am proud of this channel. I'm so honored and so blessed and humbled by everybody subscribing. So thank you. Yeah, this is not an accident. You came here for some divine reason. Woo! But no, sincerely, I'm doing today a reading for the full moon because we have 2 full moons this month. It's July, so we're now officially in the second half of 2015. We have the full moon today, which is July 1st. 2015, and then we have one at the end of the month, so that makes it a blue moon month, a blue moon event. So this is going to be for the things we need to let go of this first full moon of July 1st, 2015. I'm doing the 7 card spread. Not the it's 7 cards this time around because first off it's the 7th month and it just kind of popped in my head that way, and then also I ended up staying in room number 7 ironically. But also 7 is one of my favorite numbers too, and it just, yeah, it made sense. So, and as always, guys, you know I'm using the Steampunk Tarot deck, the Victorian Steampunk Tarot deck, and of course the Oracle part is the Indigo Angel cards made by Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. So, and this candle is lit because it's one of my favorite candles. It was my grandmother's, and this background here is really neat. That's my journal, actually, or my Book of Shadows, whichever you want to call it. I thought it'd be a neat little background factor for you guys. So what I did was I went ahead and did 7 cards from the tarot part and 7 cards from the oracle part. And again, since I'm still using my cell phone, I'm going to just film each one individually first, I think. So we're going to go ahead and just jump into part 1, which is going to be the tarot messages in the 7 cards spread for this full moon reading of July 1st, 2015. And just enough background information. I don't know if anybody's realized it, but apparently Jupiter and Uranus are aligned together, or excuse me, Venus and Jupiter are aligned together. So today there's been an event called, they call it the Star of Bethlehem. But basically these 2 planets come together in their alignment and they form like a huge star, but it's not really a huge star. And so it's basically like a symbol of hope. And so that it's basically like things are getting better. It's like when Jesus was born, they say. So I feel like the energy is really good. It's really positive. And we have a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck going around. Now, if you gamble, I don't know what your deal is with that. But, you know, you might want to go out and buy a scratcher if you can or something. Or, you know, hey, maybe you might get that job you're looking for. They might call you back or, you know, stuff like that. So the vibes are really, the energy is really shifted in much of a more positive manner. The universe is really giving us some luck. If you've been going through anything, it's really getting better. And just trust that, believe that. I'm telling you, with this event going on the 1st, and there being completions and endings and new beginnings happening, and these alignments going on, I really feel like all the horrible things we went through in the first half are now fading out. We're going into a better time, a more positive, constructive time, okay? All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and lay out the spread as we go along, okay? Now, and I'll explain what each card means in the first position, you know, for those who've seen this spread before in the past. And while I'm doing that, guys, I wanted to talk to you, too, and let you know that I do read the comments that you guys send me, and I apologize if I don't respond right away, because sometimes, wow, nice. Oh, wow. Sometimes I'm just, it's really difficult to do it from my phone, and I don't have an actual full computer set up yet. So I apologize. Whoa, 3 major arcana cards, huh? So I apologize, but I do read all the comments, and I try to get back to you guys as much as I can. It's just really difficult, so I apologize. But thank you for all your wonderful comments. I really do appreciate it, sincerely. Wow, this is really cool, you guys. I can't believe how amazing this is turning out to be, actually. It's really, really good messages and insights. Interesting. Okay, that's... Okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into it, okay? Now, first off, I wanted to say that we had 3 major arcana cards in the beginning of the reading. That's, again, there's 4 total, but we'll get into that. This is a huge shift in energy. This is confirming exactly what I was just talking about, guys, where there's been a huge shift, and it's really more positive. So, but I'll get into it in a minute. So the first card we have is the Fool card. Now, it's the first card of the major arcana. Now, it's interesting because today's the 1st of July, but the Fool represents, this is your past, right? So in the 7th spread for this full moon, we in our past we're representing, it's representative of the Fool. Now the butterfly in this card is transformation, right? And the mountains are kind of like the obstacles. And see how the butterfly is like bloomed and it's flying away? That's us transforming, going off to our new cycle, new path. That's what the Fool represents. This dog is spirit, by the way. It's representing all the tools that we have on our journey. We don't know where we're going exactly, but we know that we're transforming and changing and going into a new cycle. The rose represents purity, and the egg is kind of cracking. It represents rebirth or transformation again, right there. Okay, now I really like how there's clock handles here too. It kind of reminds me of like time, you know, moving forward in a way with the checkerboard, knowing which ways to go. So in our past, we're on a new journey. We're on a new cycle. Okay, and that's really good actually. And then the current one, where we are right now in this moment is we have strength. And that's perfect because this is 2015. And again, we're entering the second half of 2015. Strength is the 8th card of the major arcana. It's represented by the number 8 right there, the infinity symbol. And it's tapping into your personal power. That's the theme of this year, by the way. And we'll get to that later on. But more or less, you see the rose in the line right there? That represents purity and love and compassion. And so the horns, I think in this card, the horns up here are us, right here, you know. And strength traditionally represents you not being, you have the strength or the determination to conquer your problems, to conquer your issues, to tap into your personal power, to not be threatened by whatever's going on, to just be strong, tap into your personal natural strength to get through what you're going through, and to know, you know, you're basically, the lion's not attacking us because he's on a plaque here. He's got a rose in his mouth, but we're not sitting here trying to taunt the lion either, trying to bring him back to life. So this is telling me that we've really conquered our problems, okay, for this full moon. We really have come now into our personal strength. We're blooming into that. We know it's coming from a place of compassion and creativity. That's what I sense with the roses here, okay? Strength card is one of my favorite ones, too, and I love that. And then the 3rd card, I believe, is our future outcome. And so we have Judgment. Now, Judgment is kind of like the Karma card, and Judgment is the 20th card of the major arcana. And we have here the butterfly. Now, the funny thing is we had a butterfly at the beginning right there, right? So there's a small transformation here. Look at the roses around there, too. We had roses for the Strength card. But what I'm most drawn to is, with Judgment here, is the angel's trumpet here, okay, and how it's looking down here. This is kind of like the past right here in the background, what we went through, and then now we've gone through that, our guardian angels here, and we've learned from our judgments, our past judgments, our past decisions and choices, and now we're stepping into accepting our karma, our fate, or our act for the actions we did, and we're transforming and taking responsibility, moving forward, and really transforming, and we're stepping into our own compassion and personal ability here. And this trumpet to me is representing us taking back our power. Okay, but judgment can represent karma too, and stuff like that as well. So I would say, if you have any bad karma coming to you, you know, it's probably because you did something really bad in the past. But most likely, most of us, especially if you're watching this video, you have probably good karma coming to you because you've done the right things and helped out people when they truly needed it. So. Now, we have the 4th position, and this is the best action to take, okay? And so we have the 6 of Moths, which is the 6 of Wands in the traditional tarot deck. And the 6 of Wands, or Moths in this deck, see the laurel, it's just the same meaning as the basic classic one. This is representing victory. So what I sense from this, traditionally means like you'll have a victory, you'll become victorious in whatever you're trying to do. Whether it's like you're looking for a new job or new finances coming in, or you're trying to work on, you know, a diet plan or something like that. But you'll have a victory, but don't rest too much on your laurels. That's what the laurel represents around the flame. So don't, it'll be a victory, and it'll be a nice deserved one, a well-deserved one. But don't sit there and rest on that or dwell on that. Remember, just as quickly as it's given to you and blessed to you, it can be taken away. And that's what I get from this, is that we really will be victorious in all the things that we've been trying to get through and push through and conquer through. Okay, but we need to make sure that we take that into consideration and not sit there and make that be it and just go, okay, I'm done, I won, and that's it, All right? Now, the fifth card, I believe, is the outside influences here. I'm trying not to shake the camera so much, but we have the Eight of Mops, which is the Eight of Wands. Now, again, most of you guys know, I'm sure if you've seen other videos on YouTube and whatnot, the Eight of Wands in the traditional deck and in any other deck or Mops in this deck is it's a representation of news. And so for me, I really feel like within our environment and people around us, there's got to be a lot of good news coming in. I don't sense anything bad or negative, like, oh, well, you're going to jail or anything like that. This is telling us that maybe, like, again, you might get that call from a job you've been looking for. There might have been a place you applied at a while ago that you forgot about. They give you a call. They send you an email. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Maybe you got news about an inheritance you got. Maybe you got news about, I don't know, you're pregnant maybe. But Eight of Mops represents some kind of news coming in. So I feel like our environments are going to be changing based on some kind of news or some kind of facts that we're given or shown. But it's going to be good. It's going to be very good information that's coming in, okay? And then we have our fears and our issues or obstacles for card number 6 for this full moon, okay? And we have the Three of Beasts, which is the Three of Swords. And so I was kind of scared when I got this card. Then I realized, no, that's okay. That makes sense. To me, this flat out, the Three of Swords or Three of Beasts in this deck represents heartbreak, right? So for me, this is saying that we're afraid that we're never going to learn how to, I guess, love again or find trust again based on what happened in the past. Or we're never going to learn how to, excuse me guys, so sorry. Apologize, my allergies are killing me, it's really hot up here. We're never going to learn how to, we're afraid we might repeat the same mistakes we did in the past. We're afraid we might go into that negative space we were in before, stuff like that. But we need to remember that that's not true. It's only if we believe that to be true, that's what will happen. If we know that's not true and trust that everything is better, and we tap into our personal strength and know that we're transforming and have already transformed, okay, then this won't even be an issue. We won't have to go through that heartbreak again, or excuse me, guys, sorry, that heartbreak again or that disappointment again that we experienced previously. Okay, that's what I get from this. Now, the overall card that we got, this is what I was getting into, is our overall message for this full moon for the tarot part, okay? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Right, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This is card number 10 in the Major Arcana. So that's 4 Major Arcana cards. Now, 4 is a number of stability. So for me, this is telling me right off the bat that we have a huge, stable shift that's happening where everything's more grounded and stable and more focused, because things have been kind of chaotic the last couple of months. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm sure you can see it. Both in our personal lives, spiritual lives, whatever you may be going through, things have been kind of chaotic. So I feel like, and this is also the wheel for me is like a representation of the moon. Again, I'm doing a full moon reading. But the Wheel of Fortune represents exactly what it says. It can represent money coming in, but also it can represent maybe there might be some kind of new opportunity coming in, but there's going to be some kind of blessing coming in. Okay, the wheel's moving forward. We're going from the storm here. It's funny because there's all the tools here. So we're going from the storm that we went through, and we're kind of shifting forward and going forward up here to a more peaceful and prosperous time, if that makes sense, okay? So, yeah, I mean, and again, guys, looking at these cards for this full moon reading, I really feel like, again, things are really changing for the better. We are getting some huge blessings from the universe, and things are really developing now, in not necessarily our favor, but in a more positive direction in general. Okay, we just need to make sure we let go of that fear of things, of the other shoe always dropping, of heartbreak, disappointments. Things happen in life every day, okay, obviously. But don't sit there and let that be your definition of how life is. go through what you go through. If you've lost somebody recently, or somebody broke up with you, or you lost a job, or whatever happened in the past, whatever the case would be, let go of that pain and move on, because that's what you have to do in order to be able to get fully tapped into this evolution, or this push forward, okay? This cycle, this luck, all these cool things happening, all right, guys? So that's it for part 1 of my tarot reading. I'm going to go ahead and film part 2 in just a minute, but guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you do enjoy this video. And again, I'll see you guys soon with part 2. Thank you so much. Namaste, guys. Bye.